gunslinger, whatever. Hey, what's up, good people? My name is William Alderman, checking in with you guys. Just wanted to give you guys an update on some things that I learned from ASA. Now, as you can see, it is a Vegas face that is set up. That is just for practice right now because it kind of tells me if I'm hitting behind my pin. Easiest way for right now. But beyond that, I'm gonna give some updates in regards to some things that I learned along the way. Obviously, or not obviously to you guys, but honestly, I should say, I've only done one ASA this year, but it was very insightful for some of the things that I learned and am going to take into next year as well as in the next week and a half, going into the last national ASA competition. But with all that being said, we're gonna get to some shooting and I'll give you updates along the way. So let's get them sending. Well, that's one way to start. Round two. And I'm trending high, so I'm gonna go 39 and some change. So I'm gonna split it, 39 and a half. Let's see if that brings me down any. That's better. It's round two. So I'm definitely trending high right now. Beyond the point though, you guys didn't come here to look at how I was shooting in the day. You wanted to learn what I learned at ASA, at least my first ASA, which was the beginning of the year of this summer, 2025. So one of the main things I learned was get there as soon as you can and learn where you need to be and where you need to go. There's a ton of different ranges, and when you show up, it's not like anybody is directly pointing you in certain directions. Now they do have a check-in. When I showed up, it was pitch black. I actually drove in the night before, slept in my car because I just did not want to pay for lodging because I got off late that Friday. So I drove Friday night, slept in my car at some like gas station, and then drove the other 10 minutes to get to the actual shoot off on the base. But then while I was there, able to check in, it was pitch black. I asked around. Luckily, I ran into somebody that I shot TSO with, and they kind of explained everything to me. I went to the practice range. It was super dark with a lot of spotlights, kind of crazy situation. I actually got to shoot next to Tanya Gillentine, which was really, really cool. She gave me a bit of encouragement, which was, I mean, just dope to hear like a top level archer being able to give a thumbs up to kind of the way you're thinking about archery and the way you work through some of the processes. But again, getting there early, learning the layout, knowing when and where and how you need to get there. So again, know where you got to go. But when it comes down to the actual shooting, I did learn personally for me, a sight tape is going to be a lot more relaxing than using the numbers, because when I got up to the line, I would range and I tried to create a process that was consistent. And I started doing that here behind the house. So I'd go to different yardages and range it and then shoot it. But when you're using the calibrated tape, you have to remember multiple numbers. So you range it and you're like, okay, I ranged it at 41.5. So then you go into the app, at least I had paper. So then I pull out my paper and I look at it and I say 41.5. So then 41.5 yards is equivalent to, on mine, let's say I just went to 41, it would be 34.5. So then I have to take that number, 34.5, go over here, go to 34.5, and then try to match all of those numbers. And then at that point, I took the paper away. And as you can already tell, it's a lot of steps and a lot of things that you have to do while you're still trying to worry about hitting a dollar coin. For me, that wasn't really beneficial. It didn't really help me out. It gave me too many things to think about. Maybe later on when I'm used to showing up to these ASA tournaments and I'm used to the whole flows and the ebbs and flows of like the actual process of shooting at those things, great. But when I'm trying to figure out, oh, don't leave your seat, or grab this, or bring your quiver, don't drop this, there are just a lot of nuances that I wasn't used to. So to have to worry about my sight tape and getting all of those rather than just knowing I have my sight tape here and it's 41 and a half. Okay, well, I just go roughly between 41 and a half. 42 and 41, and I kind of cut it right down the middle, and then I shoot it for that. For me, I feel like that might calm my process a little bit more. I'm not sure what other people are doing. I got this sight thinking I would really love the calibration, and I think maybe one day I will, but as of right now, I think the sight tape is gonna be a lot more calming going into the last actual competition of the year, and I'll see how I shot. Now, for the update of how I actually shot, I think I shot like, I shot in the known 45. I think I placed like 35 out of all the shooters, which was not very encouraging for me, which is why it took so long to actually record this video. But with that, I shot, I think, 12 up the first time because I shot the morning, and then I shot all my shots in the same day. So then my second shoot, I think I only shot like 10 up on the known 45. And so really cool to see where that kind of puts me. But again, I just got to do better, got to get better at the actual sport. And if I'm going to compete, then I got to actually compete. But when I think about reality of real life as well, you have to kind of balance the scales. I can't always throw all my chips into one bucket, even though my mind may want to do that. Some guys do it with hunting, some guys do it with video games. To me, I'm trying to find the balance of all of these things that I find interest, whether it be my actual job, my personal business, or my wife being pregnant, and all of that comes with that, as well as managing a 5-year-old. I mean, there's just real life stuff that's going on that obviously I have to do a good job as a husband keeping priority. So those are some things that I learned, showing up early, and then also learning that a sight tape may be a little bit more calming rather than using the calibrated tape. The other thing, running a 19th fiber is definitely way more beneficial. I was running a 0.5 fiber, not good for me outside with all my magnification that I was running. So I put a little bit bigger fiber because my housing actually allows it, praise God. And I'm actually seeing my pin a little bit better. Not great, but I can actually see some resemblance of it on the target. It doesn't have to be some black target for me to be able to see my pin. So those 3 things are some things that I learned from my first ASA. And if you stay around for a little bit more shooting, great. And if not, and you click off the video, at least maybe some of those nuggets go a long way for you. So go out there, shoot, be better. And I think I'm gonna shoot 2 more rounds and call it a day at 4 rounds. So be great, be better. William Alderman is out. Nice bright target. Bright targets suck to aim at. You cannot see your fiber at all. At least I can't. If there's a secret out there to be able to beat that, let me know. We're gonna shoot a 5th. So as always, 5th and final round, added 1. Oh my gosh. Hi. Well, that's all she wrote, fellas. Or whoever's watching this, if you're watching it. William Alderman is out. Peace.